Okay, now let me maybe ask like a slightly impolite question. But, you know, if you can afford a boat, you're not hurting so bad, right? Because a boat costs a lot of money and it's a lot of upkeep.
Listen, nobody gave me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all's good wherever you are. In this video, we have a CNN correspondent interviewing Trump supporters at a Trump boat party, boat parade, whatever you want to call it. Let's get it. I'll give you my thoughts after the clips.
We're at the MAGA boat parade at Shell Island, which I've never been to, so this is my first time coming. We were in the middle of the parade, following the lead boat, well decorated with all the flags.
Fight, 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 fight. There's a contest who can be the most Trumpian, and I want to win first place.
It's a weed eater motor. It's a 21 horsepower. It makes a very frozen mudslide quick.
Trump is pro-American. He loves America, for one. I love America. I serve this country. I love America. We're from the same place in Queens, New York, so that's my homie.
I live in latitude Margaritaville.
What's your most important issue?
The economy, getting the interest rates down, getting it to where we can afford to live in America. Right now, it's too expensive.
Okay, now let me maybe ask like a slightly impolite question. But, you know, if you can afford a boat, you're not hurting so bad, right? Because a boat costs a lot of money and it's a lot of upkeep.
Listen, nobody gave me shit. I earned everything that I've got. I'm retired military, retired power plant, and I am successful and retired and with boats, jet skis, because I did it right. And everybody has that chance. Whether they choose or not, that's up to them.
I would never try to take anything away from you in that way. But what I'm asking is, groceries are probably a smaller part of your budget than, say, you know, someone who's like a little worse off. I think it's interesting that people who are a little bit more comfortable are still so concerned about the economy. Did you see what I'm saying?
Because I want my money to go further. I want inflation to go down. I want interest rates to go back down. I want all that, but that covers everybody in the economy. Not just me, not just the poor, not just the rich. It covers everybody.
Now, something I've heard from some people, tell me if this applies to you, is like they're worried their kids aren't able to afford a house or a car.
No, I trained my kids and taught my kids properly. They have great educations, and they're both successful in their careers. Actually, they're doing better than me.
Look, he's an older guy. He's worked his whole life. He's probably invested. He probably had a good job. Older people, if they've invested well through their 20s and 30s, they have a lot of money. That's how the world works. When you're young, you have the youth, and you might have money if you're lucky, but when you get older, that's when you have the experience. That's generally when you've built up wealth, you've created wealth, especially with stocks. Time in the market matters. That's how compound interest builds. The longer you're in the market, the more money you're going to have with your investments. Therefore, when you're older, you generally have more money. You're able to buy more properties if you're a property guy. Your wealth builds over time. And we live in a capitalist country, not a socialist country. Good for this man if he's worked hard, even if he hasn't worked hard, if he's earned it. Man, if you create some weird little app and you're able to sell it for $1 million, and you're 25 years old, I don't care. You earned it. You made it. Good on you. Why does this girl got to hate about him having a boat? As long as you're not evading taxes and you're paying your tax. Look, multimillionaires do geo-arbitrage all the time. They put their businesses in another country, or they move themselves to another country, they have a residence in another country in order to save money on taxes. They care about their money just as much as everybody else. But really, what this guy is saying is, man, I care about everybody, and I care about the future of America. I don't want it to go to shit, so yeah, I care. He's having a good retirement. He doesn't want inflation to keep going up like that, because that's going to hit your bottom line, especially if you hit a certain age, you're living on a fixed income, maybe you're living on 3 or 4% of whatever your investments are. The more inflation, the less money you have. Good for this man for shutting her up. Let's get back to it.
Another woman told us that she had a good retirement, but she worried about others who are having a hard time with higher prices. Whether they were locals or on vacation, everyone we spoke to at the boat parade was in a good mood. But underneath, there was anger about immigration.
We need a secure border. We need to do it right. And I like letting people in the right way.
Can you give me some specifics on that? Like, how do you see immigration affecting you in your life in Texas?
So I'm recently retired, but I was in the multifamily business, which was managing and owning apartments. And I see the effects of illegal immigration at my properties.
So you're telling me there have been incidents at your apartment buildings and you've had to call the cops and talk about it?
Oh yeah. So I've seen it firsthand.
Most said Trump didn't do well at the presidential debate, though they didn't think it was his fault. And while they were ambivalent about his false claim that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are eating pets, they tended to defend Trump for saying it.
Now, I'm not saying they're eating cats and dogs. I think that's a little cuckoo, but they do have a different belief system. They're polite, they're nice, they're not hurting anything or anybody, but it's just, I can see the change in the demographics. And not every town can absorb a big influx of population.
Do I believe that actually happened or not? Have no evidence of it. Do I doubt it? I don't know. I can't say thumbs up or thumbs down.
Do you think it shows good judgment on Trump's part to talk about it if it's not confirmed?
I think it shows good judgment for every one of us on every side to look into it. I dare all of us to investigate it. And I live there, so I will.
Well, the police say they don't have any record of it, and the city manager says they don't have a record of it, and the governor has now
Not my governor. My governor.
DeWine?
No.
DeWine has said something about it.
I don't believe
You want me to look it up?
I'm happy to look it up all by myself.
Hold on, let's just Google it if I have service.
Google, that's
okay. Ohio DeWine Haitian cats. This is something that came up on the internet, and the internet can be quite crazy sometimes. DeWine told CBS News. DeWine says he trusts city officials who have said they have not received any credible reports of such conduct. Mayor Rue of Springfield says no, there's no truth in that. They have no evidence of that at all. So I think we go with what the mayor says. He knows his city, DeWine said.
Sure. That's a great way to pass the buck.
You think Trump's going to win?
I do.
What do you think?
I think we'll be in the middle of a civil war either way. Doesn't matter who wins. Like he says, it's that polarizing on both sides.
Yeah, the gaslighting is real, isn't it? They're really on this topic of the pets. Never mind that Kamala's always going on about wrong tweets. January 6th, the bloodbath quote. So many topics that she's picked on Trump about are not true, and they've been debunked, and she keeps on going on about it, but nobody ever fact checks her because it's CBS and ABC and CNN. The country, by every measurable metric, was better when Trump was president. I don't care if you like the guy or not. Facts are facts. Again, I say vote on the future of your country. Look at your children. Where do you want the country to be in 10 years, in 20 years? How do you want it to look? Because it's not looking good this way if it keeps on going. And we have two people that we know were in office already. Sure, Kamala was the vice president. She's part of this administration. Look at their record. Put it together, 1-to-1. Mano y mano. Trump v. Kamala. Tell me which one's better. By almost every conceivable metric, Trump was better. The Trump administration did better. I don't care if people like the guy or not. I'm a Trump guy. I like the guy. But I also liked Ron DeSantis. Because I like guys that have great policies and who can effectively implement the policies. This gaslighting about the cats and the pets is next level. There's a problem in Springfield. Go check it out. Go to Springfield. Go fix it. There is a migrant issue. It might not be the pets, but there's a big issue. I went down the rabbit hole of this the last 2 or 3 days. There's a problem, and it's a big one. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Help it grow. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.